What is happening? Boys and ghouls, freaks and geeks, welcome back to the channel Ace's Place 22, where I'm Ace, and this is my place, and this is Ace's Thrills and Chills Movie Reviews Nights, number 21 and 22. Why am I doing it like this? Well, these are the lost nights. I honestly forgot to do last night, which was the 21st, and then, no, my bad. Today's the 23rd, last night was the 22nd, the night before was the 21st. I'm all sorts of confused and backed around and all blah, 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 blah. But we're here, we're doing it, and now this is how it's being presented to you, the ultimate fan here at Ace's Place. And we're going to be talking about Jeepers Creepers 1 and 2, because it's been my daughter's birthday. Well, it was my daughter's birthday yesterday, but we've been just kind of celebrating the last few days. Haven't had a whole lot of time to sit down and watch a bunch of movies. We watched Jeepers Creepers, the first one on the 21st, and then last night, after she got back from her mom's, we watched number 2. So let's talk about these movies, right? Now, I do know, and if there's any movie buffs that watch this, there is a stinky smell that comes with these movies because of the director. I don't know a lot of details or backstory on it other than the channel that I usually watch, Cody Leach. He's mentioned somewhat of some things, controversial as they may be. I'm not going to bring them up. But, nonetheless, the first Jeepers Creepers movie is iconic. I think it is anyways. Very great film. I'll talk about that one a little bit in depth. And then the second one is a pretty good sequel. There is a third and a fourth. Don't waste your time unless you feel like you are a true die-hard purist fan and you're like, even if they're bad, I'm going to support them. You go right ahead, buddy. Go right ahead, because they're trash movies and I won't own them. There's a reason these two here on Blu-ray. Pretty damn cool. The first one, I think they came out very early 2000s. Yeah, the first one came out in 2001. The second one, 2003, a couple years later. They are very, very similar movies, just different stories. In the first one, you have lifelong fan that I am of this guy is Justin Long. He is a phenomenal actor in all sorts of comedies, all sorts of serious movies, everything and anything. He is great. But it follows him and his sister traveling across country to get back home. I believe that's what it is. And upon doing so, they come across a character called I think he's called the Creeper. And he is more than meets the eye. They have a little run-in vehicle-wise with him, almost takes him off the road. They get a little creative and a little curious, and as they go by like an old farmhouse or an old church, they see the guy's truck outside, and they're curious and they want to know what's up. They turn back around. The guy's gone. They investigate. The brother finds a huge cavern of dead bodies. Obviously, they call it into the police. And then, unfortunately for them, they stumble upon this demonic monster's nest, almost. And now the scent is out there of the brother. This demonic beast wants him and his body. Very awesome movie, very graphic when it does get graphic, very gory, super simple, just these two kids just kind of outrunning this monster as it hunts him down in this small like backwoods town, picking off, civilians one by one, harvesting them almost for certain body parts. Pretty cool. I love the idea of when the monster's near, there's like this tradition that it plays, you'll hear the song Jeepers Creepers playing, and it kind of is like an indicator of like, oh shit, something's going to happen. It's a play into how horror movie characters and monsters have their own music, their own themes, but this elevates it a little bit. And the whole idea is this monster comes around every 23 or 27 years, something like that, and has to feed for like an entire night. And you do not want to get in its path. It's got a lot of creepy imagery. A lot of very creepy shots in it where he's like holding up like a head and he's like pulling out the tongue with his mouth, and it's like a silhouette shot almost. Very cool stuff. I dig it. It's an absolutely perfect movie. I have no problems with the movie Jeepers Creepers, the first one, at all. Slam dunk hit. Go check it out. Jeepers Creepers 2 is kind of a follow-up. It doesn't really follow in succession of the events of the first movie, but it has a group of teenagers, football teenagers, or football high schoolers, and they're traveling from school to school in the old sticks, the old countryside, and their tires pop suspiciously. And it is, again, the creeper is back hunting down these teens one by one, feeding on them as they slowly try to survive the night. A father and I think his other son are on the hunt for this monster, because there's a side story where the monster, 23 years earlier took this farmer's son, and he's been on the hunt for it ever since. And so he's kind of the hero in the shadows. Like, he eventually kind of comes in when things really are, the shit's hitting the fan. So, but it's essentially the same movie, just the creeper killing people and harvesting their body parts for, a full 24 hours kind of deal. They're not that complicated of films at all. I'll actually, just to fill in a little bit more of this video, I'll read the synopsis on both of them. Oh my god, it's so hard to read. On a desolate country highway, two homeward-bound teens, Gina Phillips and Justin Long, are nearly run off the road by a maniac in a beat-up truck, and later spot the driver shoving what appears to be bodies down a sewer pipe. But when they stop to investigate, they discover that the grisly reality at the bottom of the pipe is far worse than they could ever have suspected. My reading is terrible right now because I'm trying to sound good while doing it, and it's just not working. And that they are now the targets of an evil far more unspeakable and unstoppable than they ever could have imagined. All right, Jeepers Creepers 2. When their bus is crippled on the side of the deserted road, a team of high school athletes discover an opponent that they cannot defeat and may not survive. Staring hungrily at them through the school bus windows, the creeper returns again and again, but when the teammates discover that it's selective about whom it attacks, it will test their ability to stick together as the insatiable menace tries to tear them apart. I totally forgot about that idea, that the creeper does pick them off one by one specifically. I genuinely forgot about that little tidbit. Not a big deal, but it's there. And then they try doing something with one of the girls in the movie where she's got, like, The Shining or some shit. It's weird. I like it, but it's weird. Check out my toy videos. I got a werewolf one up right now. That's all I got. Thanks for watching this video. We'll keep them coming. They'll be short. They'll be sweet. They'll be long. They'll be not so sweet. And that's the fun of it here at Ace's Place. So there you go. Those are my reviews of Jeepers Creepers 1 and 2. Hope you enjoy it. I'm going to go eat some chicken nuggets. And on this, have a good time.